Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, respected teachers and my dear students of 1123 as well as 0500 IGCSE. The current video is meant to guide you regarding the important part of directed writing in which the students have to maintain a balanced approach or the decision of going to one extreme while evaluating the ideas. This is a very important question which has been discussed amongst the teacher community as well since the change of syllabus. As far as my students are concerned, with the grace of Almighty Allah, in the very first attempt upon the new syllabus in 2024 May-June, my student Jehan Suleiman, Alhamdulillah, she got full marks in P2 writing paper. So I have decided to study this topic very thoroughly, and upon the request of one of my very close friend as well as colleague, I am making this video in which I will be guiding you as to how to handle the concept of middle ground in directed writing. And what is this concept of middle ground? How you are supposed to maintain a balanced approach while attempting the question of directed writing. And don't forget to watch the video till the end because I will be sharing sample scripts in the form of sharing the answers, especially at the end where the conclusion is given, where the balance of middle ground is maintained. So let's get started and see that what could be my guidance on this topic. The most important tip that you have to remember is that you have to maintain a balanced approach. Many students and teachers ask that can we go to one extreme? Can we give one-sided point of view, or is it necessary to give a balance at the end in the form of conclusion? So my dear students, finding a middle ground basically involves presenting a nuanced. Nuanced means a subtle, an approach which has complexity in it, but it acknowledges multiple point of views or aspects on an issue instead of taking an extreme or one-sided stance. You cannot say that I am against the concept of using mobile phones in classrooms. You cannot say that I am in favor of studying abroad. You can't take one-sided opinion in the question of directed writing. Okay? Now, what is the importance of maintaining moderation or balance in the tone and argumentative part, in the argumentation part? Number one, it suggests avoiding overly biased or emotive language. Never you should be begging someone to do some work according to your choice. Even if you are writing an email or a letter to your friend who is on very close terms with you, you must not be using extremely emotive language or biased language because you are not supposed to take sides in an extreme manner. Instead, you have to opt for a measured and thoughtful approach which considers different point of views. As you would have listened in my video in which I asked you to use connectors as signposts, and in that video especially you can watch it again and see that you have to use words like some people are of the view, others say, some people cite, CITE, cite means quote. It means that you are giving diversity of opinion. You will not just start by saying that I am against it or I am in favor of it. That will be totally wrong approach. Is that clear? Middle ground also involves weighing different perspectives and presenting a reasoned argument. Reasoned means logical, balanced, that may not fully align with any single viewpoint, but acknowledges the complexity of the issue. You can say that the decision of studying abroad is not as simple as it appears to be. There might be pros and cons to this. People might be in favor of it, people might be against it. So let's see the diversity of opinions on this topic. So this is what you have to say. The benefit of using balanced and middle approach is that you are able to maintain an objective tone, and it often requires maintaining a neutral or an objective tone, focusing on logical reasoning and evidence based information instead of making emotional appeals. Always remember that whatever information you will give in the form of objective style, if it will be based on reason, if it will be supported by evidence, basically, this is what is evaluation. So, this is what you have to maintain. Maintaining balance or sharing middle ground point of view or using objective style or doing evaluation of things. All these are basically the same thing. So, there is no need to be confused about them. Now let's look at the concept of middle ground in directed writing. If, for example, you are asked to write about the pros and cons of a controversial topic, finding middle ground would involve discussing both sides of the argument fairly in a balanced way and concluding with a balanced viewpoint or suggestion or compromise. For example, you say the report might be concluded with the suggestion that dash dash dash, or you can say it is suggested, or you can say it is proposed. So when you use such words, it means that you are not making ultimate decision, you are making suggestions, you are providing proposals. What is the benefit of adopting balanced approach? By considering multiple point of views or perspectives, the writer shows an ability to think critically and analytically. And this is what is evaluation. You don't have to say that others are wrong and I am correct. You should have the ability to communicate others' point of view in an objective way. Only then your point of view would also be paid heed to and given importance. If you would start rejecting and negating the point of view of other people, obviously the weightage of your own viewpoint will be diminished and decreased. The second benefit of maintaining this kind of approach will be that a balanced approach can make the argument more persuasive and credible. The credibility level, the authenticity level will also improve as it shows a willingness to engage with opposing views, that you have the ability and the desire to be engaged with the opposite point of views, and you don't negate things flatly. Now, what's the concept of middle ground versus directed writing? Middle ground in directed writing emphasizes the importance of balance or nuance, which means shades of meanings, or objectivity in presenting arguments or discussing complex issues. Now, the part of sharing samples from the Cambridge checked scripts in the form of those papers by my students who got A star and around 23 out of 25 in directed writing marks or 24 out of 25 marks. So these were the scores of students in 25 May June exams. Let's read it together, especially the end part I have taken so that I can guide you as to how to conclude your directed writing while maintaining balanced approach. Keeping in mind that all that has been said, if you are able to easily afford the cost of travel, I would highly encourage you to do so. So you see the words highly encourage. Keeping in mind all that has been said, this is how this candidate is giving weightage to the opinion of other people. And it says that if you are able to easily afford using the reason, common sense, the cost of travel, I would highly encourage you to do so. What a beautiful sentence it is. It is human nature to want to travel and see the world. Now, you see, supporting this information with evidence from the common day experiences. All the experiences and knowledge you gain from doing so help you develop your personality, another benefit, and find your purpose in life. That being said, if it appears too costly, now you see the other side of the picture, I would suggest, not I am declaring, I'm not saying, I'm not exclaiming, I would suggest you wait until you can properly fund your trips. You see, what a humble suggestion and what a wise advice. Perhaps once you are older, the financial trouble resulting from overspending may not be worth the temporary fulfillment. The important thing in this sentence is the usage of modal verb may not be. Just as you say that, I don't say that don't take this decision, but I think it may not be fruitful for you. So you see how humbly the advice of not taking that decision has been given. I hope my advice aids you in coming to a conclusion and that what you choose will have the best outcome possible. I will eagerly wait your response. All the best. This was the question of email writing, which was given in 2025 May June exams. And this is the second sample of a student who got, of my student who got full marks. Let's see how does she handle it. Spending all that money just on traveling would not be a very wise decision. Surely, getting some work experience will prove to be beneficial. The same topic, the same part of answer I have shared, the previous one and this one. Spending all that money just on traveling would not be a very wise decision. Surely, getting some work experience will prove to be beneficial for you in the years to come. You see, the writers, the examiners have given it the level of level 5, and V has been given for vocabulary. DEV has been written for development. DEV has been written for development. EVAL has been written for evaluation. So the development of ideas and the evaluation of ideas is being done simultaneously in these top A star answers. You will learn time management, effective communication, make some extra cash and get some context that might be helpful for your future career. So many benefits you see. One arrow and three targets, because it was an email with a friend. So very simple and casual style of freestyle. Making use of this summer break to prepare and plan the next couple of years sounds like a solid plan. Words like sounds are used in communication where you are addressing a near one, a frank person with whom you have frank relationship. Now let's see, this is the same answer continued, that how does this student end the answer? You deserve to have fun and make memories with your friends that you will recall at an old age. And there no better time for it than now. I suggest you go for it. Again, you note down the word suggest is very important when you are trying to maintain a balanced approach. But divide your summer and spend some time traveling and the rest getting some work experience. So there will be no space for regrets. Have fun and take care. If you decide to travel, remember to send me loads of pictures. So you see the style, tone, ending, balanced approach, vocabulary, evaluation of ideas, level 5 answer. Now this is another sample by another student of mine, Muhammad Qasim, who got 8 A stars, Alhamdulillah. You must have faith in your decision. After all, many cite, you see, I gave these starting expressions to my students. I asked them to learn them. That many people are of the view. You see how he is going to evaluate this point. Many cite that pursuing job or work experience is far greater than a wastage of time on trips. On the other hand, traveling after school is loved and endorsed by many. Both choices will prove to be advantageous in developing your character. You can always choose to relax and work side by side. Balanced approach, best example. In the end, the final choice is yours to make. But in my opinion, choosing to travel is much better of a decision as I myself chose to travel before starting a new university life. I have high hopes for your career, hoping to meet soon. With love. So, my dear students and my respected colleagues, I hope the question of how to end directed writing on a balanced approach, how to maintain the concept of middle ground, how to avoid taking extreme sides, how to give a balanced opinion and at the same time give respect to the opinions of others, which kind of characters are to be used. All your queries have been answered. If still there is some confusion, don't forget to ask. My best wishes are always for you. Stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.